Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday, my beautiful, bright friends. I'm Debbie from Debbie's Bright Ideas, guys, and welcome to my page. Welcome to the Bright Ideas Crafters and Marketplace, where every week we do put on, or every Wednesday we do put on the theme of the day, or we do sell our goods. Today's theme is it is Enchanted Fairy Tale, and I'm gonna try to attempt to put together a craft for you all, my friends. But I just got in from work, and also this is also the Hank and Daisy show. So if you know, you know. If you happen to see that live box above my head, that means I am on live. If you happen to catch it later on the replay, I am on the replay, my friends. Catch me on the replay. Okay, so let me find myself here really quickly here, guys. I am not allowed to share out to groups. I'm in group posting gel, friends. I am in group posting gel. Right, friends. So if anyone from the group, hey, Carol, girl, if anyone from the group or anyone can share me into the group pages, I would appreciate it because, hey, Alyssa, hello, friends. How are you all doing? I am in group posting gel, so I can't post anything to group pages. I've been banned. Hey, Ramona. So if someone can post me out, I'd appreciate it very much. And someone's going to need to post out Shay after me as well because I can't do that. Well, anyway, my friends, it is Enchanted Fairy Tale chosen by Miss Leanne from Sugar Works Fakery. Thank you so much for the theme. Hey, Kim, how are you doing, my friend? It has been an amazing day of beautiful crafts from early this morning till, Dee making her cute unicorn, my friends. It's, when you give out a theme like this, it opens up, it opens up crafting in so many different ways because it's an enchanted fairy tales, like enchanted forest, creatures, fairies, all kinds of beautiful things. Hi, Helen. I was thinking all day, what am I going to make? Because I didn't think I was going to make it on today, but I'm going to kind of emulate something from yesterday because it's got to be clutch today because I kind of didn't have too much of a plan. But anyway, I was just chasing Hank down here a few minutes ago, y'all, because it was the massacre of a little bitty Gingy. Look at that, guys. He had all of this, guys. He had all this in his mouth. I know, gross, right? And then he sees me and he drops it. They won't eat it, but they just love to tear things up. And it was a little bitty baby Gingy I had made. Look at that. Okay, my friends. When I thought about the theme today, thank you for sharing, Carol. I appreciate that so much. I remembered a book that my Macy girl did love. It was The Ladybug. It might have been Lily Ladybug or Ladybug in the Enchanted Forest. So that is what I'm going to be attempting to make today. I was thinking, what can I do? What can I do? We're going to be using the cream and red and blue and black, all from the shop. This is my line of clay from Debbie's Bright Ideas at Etsy.com. I do have a Etsy shop. So if you want to go check that out, favor the shop. Even if you don't make a purchase today, please favor the shop because every time I'm updating and adding new product and, restocking the inventory or adding new product, it will send you out an alert letting you know that I do that. Hey, Leanne, thank you for the theme, girl. It's been a beautiful one. I'm sorry that you're not here with us, friend, and I'm in your slot. But I know you'll be back, and I'm going to have to go back to the morning. But I'm just filling in for you, sister. Okay, I know, bad boy, right? Right, Carol? Bad boy. Okay, I did find this foam here off to the side in my stash of foams. And I want to attempt to make a book, right? Because I want to sit my ladybug on top of the book. I'm thinking that'll be a pretty, let me see, like maybe right there, right? Of course, you should cut your phone before you come on, but of course, y'all know I'm never ready. Hey, Brenda Hopkins. You saw Wuthering Heights where you messed up, Brenda? Brenda, where you messed up. What did you think about Heathcliff, Brenda? Tell me, what did you think about Heathcliff? Guys, they have been choosing. I can't speak. My brain is fried. They have been choosing the most. I know the noise is gnarly, my friends. Everything has been so adorable, Leanne, hasn't it? Gosh, from mushrooms to unicorns to, gosh, I mean, just so many cute things. And I saw all the lives, and like right now I'm zonking out. Everybody made beautiful things. Well, Marisa did sell today. So Marisa sold, but she didn't craft, but all of her cuties are always so amazing. But guys, yes, for the movies that I have seen, like The Housemaid we were talking about the other day, the men that they have been choosing for the roles in these movies, guys, oof, hot to try. The guy from 1923, I don't know if you guys have seen that. You know, it's the trilogy from Yellowstone, right? It's from 1923, you know, the one son he's like a hunter, and then he's overseas and he brings back his, you know, they go through all the things. He's the one in The Housemaid, and y'all already know, girls. Y'all already know. Hey, EP's Crafty Corner. Hey, Sutter. I'm not going to sell. I do have a shop, Miss Sutter. It's at Debbie's Bright Ideas at Etsy.com where I do sell my product. Hey, Lulu. How are we doing, friend? I'm just cutting the foam here because I want to attempt to make a book, right? Because I'm going to make a book so that my little ladybug can sit on top. And I'm going to kind of make my ladybug. We're going to go ahead and just throw that over there with the extra foam. Guys, I have like a whole hodgepodge of all kinds of shapes and foams and things down here that I just kind of grab when I'm going to get on a live, and it kind of always works out. I did have to throw away some of my foams that I had there because, guys, it was overkill. It was overkill. This kind of is going to be my book. It's a little wonky, but it's going to be okay. It's actually a 6 by 4 inch book. Okay. Did I receive anything? Not today, Carol. I haven't actually checked my mailbox, but I will, my dear. I will as soon as I get off the live and I get ready to cook dinner for us guys. Happy Ash Wednesday. If you guys do celebrate Ash Wednesday, happy Ash Wednesday to you all, my friends. We are going to be having salmon patties tonight, and it's going to be an amazing night tonight. You know, I already told the guys they're going to have salmon patties and veggies and things, and I think they're excited. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cover up our piece here. I do want to make my cover in the green tone. So let's get started. Has anyone seen the new? I want to see it. Did you see that? And then, oh, did you see too? They have it called The Bride. The Bride, is The Bride of Frankenstein, or whatever. But she kind of owns it. She's like Lady Frankenstein. I'm not quite sure. Why is my camera moving? Oh, because I'm moving it. Hello. Why is my camera? Oh, because you're doing it. Hello. Because I'm wheeling it around. Guys, I need to remember to plug in my phones because we can't have anything die on us now. You sent me Happy Mail? Yay, I'm so excited. I can't wait. Hey, Jeanette. So messed up. He got crazy. Their love was so, they loved each other to death, literally. Like, you know, to the point of where they were, you know, the hate, the anger, the love, anything, you know, you just become toxic with that kind of love. And it's just like, holy mackerel, I was messed up. Y'all, I was messed up when I left from that movie. I can't tell you how messed up I was. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go with the cup. So let's get going. All right, let's get it going. The Bride. Showed the previous last night. Okay, yes. There's so many good movies coming out. Right? There was a little bit of like the end of the year where the movies, like they didn't have really good movies, guys. But lately they've been putting out some good ones, y'all. They've been putting out some good ones. Hey, Carly girl. What's going on? Yes, Christian Bale. Oh, my gosh. Was that Christian Bale in... Which one is Christian Bale in Leanne? Because the guy from 1923 is the one that played the hubby in The Housemaid. And guys, he is... If you've seen 1923, y'all know what I'm talking about. That's, you know, he's a hunter and all the things. Okay? He also has a great love story in 1923. If you guys have not seen it, you need to see it because it's an amazing series. But yes, let's see. Even Mercy, I saw Mercy, and the actor they put in that, I don't know who that was. But if you have not seen The Wuthering Heights, my friends, it is a great girlfriend movie. You know, if your hubby is into watching movies with you, that's also great. But it's a great girls' night movie. Like, but just be prepared to be like on the edge of your seat and just heartbroken when you leave. Just heartbroken. Just tore up from the floor up. I was tore up from the floor up, y'all. My characters are getting cuter and cuter. Thank you, Carly. I appreciate you, friend. I appreciate you. I'm trying, my friend. I'm like, I wish I could really focus on my characters more and on my crafts more. You know, like executing like whole arrangement pieces and things. It's kind of like I rush craft, and that makes me sad too, because I feel like I want to, you know, I really want to spend time on my crafts, and I feel like I rush craft a lot, and sometimes my stuff doesn't come out like I want it to. But hey, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Right? We're just gonna keep on moving and grooving. Okay, I think I could cover this up with that amount of clay there. I think I can. Seriously, no cuss words. So nice. I know. Yeah. Didn't have any cuss words, and it didn't have any. It was a great movie. Wasn't Margot Robbie just beautiful in the movie too? Gosh, she just made the movie. You seeing it with your teen daughter? Absolutely. It's a beautiful love story. There is one part that's a little, you know what, when she's in the, there's a couple that's doing things, so you might want to, yeah. It depends. You don't actually see anything, but you hear it and you know what's happening, right? So yeah, that might be something. I don't know, Brenda, what do you think? Yeah, yes, it insinuates, yes, exactly. It doesn't show it, but it insinuates, so you know, and you can hear it. So yeah. But I took Macy to see Sin Help, right? That was her first like real adult movie, and there was one part in the beach where he's like bathing in the water, right? Because they're shipwrecked on this island, right? And he's bathing, and you could see his tush, and immediately they show him, and I look over at Macy, and she already has her eyes covered. But yeah, I did take her to see that. I'm not even going with some makeup fibs. I did. And she's like, Grandma, I saw my first grown-up movie and it was with you. Yes, girl, because anybody's going to bring you is going to be your grandma. Okay, so we're just covering this piece up here because this is going to be like the page part of our book. Like I said, we're just rush crafting. Sometimes I don't even think, guys, about like how I really want to lay things or do things, and I'm just going. And then afterwards, I think about it, and I'm like, oh my God, that kind of was a little bit of a mess. But good thing clay is so forgiving, right? And you can mold it and take creases out and use your table to kind of smooth things out, because sometimes things could get a little radical. You just had someone text me and ask me about my bumblebee. Besties are for sale. It's my sister. She wants for a shower. Do you really? She wants it for a shower. Let me show you my little bees, girl. The besties. These are the besties, right? The besties are besting. After I got off camera, I just fell in love with her. All right, I went ahead and added her little bling bling, and then I went ahead and made another, and I put it on a hive. Right, I just covered I created a hive over a little styrofoam. But message me tonight, D. Message me tonight, lady. Hey, amiga. Hello, Debbie. Hello, everyone. But this is the one I made on a beehive, right? And then this is the one that I made on the live on the macaron. Everything's still kind of really soft. But these are the besties. They're besting. Okay, let me put them back over here. So they can kind of dry up a little bit. I didn't have time to change my blouse. I opened this blouse this morning, guys, because I buy tons of blouses from Amazon because this is, I put this in the search bar every morning. I'm not gonna make up a fib, okay? Every morning I put cute tops on sale in the Amazon search bar, right? And it'll pop up $7.99, $9.99. I don't really like to pay no more than like $12.99 for a top, right? For work, because you know I only wear these tops to work. And this one came in, and I think I might have paid like, I don't know, $9.99 for it, right? And I opened it this morning, and I'm like, I'm gonna just put it on, and it just doesn't have any body to it. It's just like, boop. I kind of always like a little ruffle in the sleeve, or I don't know. But hey, it did what it needed to do today. But I'm like, I don't know if I'll wear it again. I probably won't. Who knows? Guys, I like to just tear things off the hangers in the morning when I'm getting ready for work. It's not, I really don't like to try to think about it too much. I just kind of grab whatever for work because it's work. I usually have a cardigan or something on. Like I'll wear a trouser pant, a blouse, and then I'll have a cardigan on top. Hey, Desiree, you saw where it was. But you know what I'm right? It's just, guys, y'all have to go see it. You have to go see Wuthering Heights, my friends. You have to. It's just one of those, you know, that it's a goodie. It's a goodie. I want to see it again. I want to see it again. And I went with my bestie, right? And she doesn't like period pieces. And she was like, you know, that day I had already had my ticket, and then she's like, they had kind of sold out and they had a few areas, and she, you know, she's like, I want to go with you. I want to go with you. So she met me at the theater, and she was here from Houston, right? She was here from Houston this weekend, and she met me at the theater, and I refunded my ticket, and we wound up getting ticket too. We didn't speak at all through the movie. We just kind of were doing this to each other, but she loved the movie so much, and she does not like period pieces at all. Hey, Desiree. Hey, Sandra. I know I said hi, Desiree, but I'm going to say hi again. Okay, so now we're just going to use our little straight edge here, right? And we're just going to put in like little page marks in our little, you know, just like that, right? Before the clay starts building a skin, let's go ahead and do that, right? But yes, she doesn't really care for period pieces, and she loved that one. And it was so funny because her mom and her girlfriends were having like a Galentine's, and they were in the next theater because they had it on 3 screens, y'all. They had it on 3 screens. And her mom and all of her besties were watching it in another theater. And it was just so funny that we were all there at the same time at the theater enjoying this movie. So we're just making the little pages of the inside of our little book before we start our character. I'm acting like I have all this time, right? Making books and still got to make a character. So, right, these are our pages. You can go in between, right, and kind of make it look a little finer if you want, you know, because pages are thin, right? You were the only ones in the movie? Oh my gosh, it's awesome when it's like that, right? Yeah, so I was between my friend, my bestie, and another lady, and we were all like messed up, y'all. Like the lady next to me, I could feel her. We were both moving and wiggling around, like it was crazy. Guys, I get into movies. I love movies. Love it. Like it's my most favorite thing. So you guys can see that, right? I made that. Those are the pages to the inside of my book. So now we're going to make our cover. I'm going to make it in green, and I do have this lighter green here, right? And I'm going to create, I want it to be a really light green. So I'm going to use just 1 tablespoon of this green, and then I'm going to use 3 parts white, but much larger than the 1 tablespoon, okay? I have such a raspy voice, right? And today this morning I was talking to my daughter, you know, and I'm sure some of you have heard that, you know, talk about my granddaughter. She, you know, she does have autism and she's nonverbal. And she's going to have a surgery tomorrow. So prayers for my baby granddaughter, Jilly Bean, that's going to go into surgery tomorrow morning. She's going to have another set of tubes because of the way her ears, she was born, her ears don't have she wasn't born with a normal slant. So all of the buildup of wax just creates and builds up around the ears, around the eardrum. So she cannot hear. And well, it stops her from hearing, right? Because she has passed her hearing test. She does get brainwaves, but because she's nonverbal, they've had to do so many different type of tests. But they do know she can hear. But when she's like that, she can't hear, right? So she has to have the surgery. She's already had tubes. They're going to go in and clean off the eardrums, but they have to put her under. And then they're going to give her a new set of tubes. And then they're also going to do another... they're going to do, and I don't know what the name of it is, but I know Sandra's on here and she's a nurse, where they have to do some sort of scraping or something, but the side effects to that are she's probably going to have a raspy voice, right? It's going to change. It changes the vocal cords. It changes your voice. And I told my daughter, it's okay. Okay. If, you know, if God willing, if she is meant to speak, you know, if she ever speaks and she has a raspy voice, it's okay because her nanner has a raspy voice. Because I wake up in the morning sounding like a man, and it's okay. It's okay. Yes. Oh, I love movie theater popcorn. Oh, you put it in a Ziploc and you. Let me tell you, Brenda, I get the bucket with the free refill, right? And Brenda, we're in the same. We got the same vibes. I take my big bag, right? And actually 3, because it fills up 3 big Ziploc bags. So I know my granddaughter, she's already getting to the age where it's embarrassing to her now. It's embarrassing to her now. So I get the big bucket, right, with the free refill, and we eat the bucket, you know, pretty much. We can pretty much devour a bucket of popcorn in the theater. And then when we leave, I have her go fill it up. And then I bring it home, and I could tell she's already getting to the age. I don't think I'm going to be able to get away with it any further. I'm going to have to buy the big bag, and they only sell it to you when you're leaving. They will not sell you that big to-go bag while you're in the theater. But yes, I could tell she's getting to the point where it's embarrassing already. So I'm like, I'm not going to humiliate her, because when she was smaller, she was down with her grandma. She was down with her grandma. We would do anything and everything, right? She was embarrassed, but she's already a little preteen, right? So it's like, oh no, you're not. That's embarrassing, grandma, right? So you guys can see, right? It just made the most beautiful, lovely, lovely green. So 1 tablespoon of the grass green, and then 3 parts with the 1/3 cup. You're going to use 3 parts of the 1/3 cup, and then and it gives you this beautiful cool mint green. And she's on the spectrum, and she has a raspy voice, and she's amazing. Oh, really, Maureen? Oh, yeah, my baby is autistic, and you know, and she just started her new school, and she loves it so much, y'all. She's so happy when she goes every morning, and it's a blessing for my daughter, because it's been such a challenge for my daughter, right? So right now we're going to start working on potty training, because she's not potty trained yet. She's 4 years old. And what's been happening is she doesn't like to use the restroom at school. So she holds it till she gets home, and it kind of messes with her tummy and all that. But she's learning so quick and fast, and she's doing absolutely amazing, and we're so happy. But she's going to be out of school for the next few days, because she's going to be recovering from her little surgery. So I really wish I could go over there right now and go be with my daughter and my granddaughter, but unfortunately it's in the middle of the week and I have to work. Thank you for the prayers, my friends. I appreciate that, my friends. We definitely do need them. We need them, my friend, because you know, when 2 or more gather, absolutely, he is present. He is present, my friends. When 2 or more pray and gather, he is present. And I absolutely do love and appreciate all the prayers, because we need them. We need them. My baby is going in at 5 o'clock in the morning to the hospital, and she's going to get prepped for her little surgery, and she's not going to be a happy camper, when you wake her up like that, early for that. The last time she went in, my friends, and they attempted to go in and try to clear, they had her strapped like a papoose, right? They from her neck to her feet, and it was awful, y'all. And when my daughter sent me the pictures, you know, where the doctor was holding her to try to get in there because he had to really put the grip on her, she had his hand marks on her face. And I was like, it's a good thing I wasn't there, Mama, because I probably would have wanted to attack the doctor. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I know that's not a good thing to say, but I'm just telling y'all the truth. I'm telling y'all the truth. I need to cover my book here, y'all, and I don't think I have enough clay. So we just talking and talking. But I'm talking about my baby. It's important. It's important. We still struggle with holding it at age 17. Yeah, I know it's part of autism. I know, Maureen. No, people do not realize behind the scenes the trials, tribulations, and the struggles, and of course the triumphs of having autistic children. But you know, they are a blessing from our Lord and Savior, and absolutely they are the angels that walk the earth. And you know, I just know, you know, she's the apple of my eye, y'all. She is. She's so smart. She's beautiful. She's so loving. She's so tender, but she can be also, guys, when she wants to be, girl, guys, she's strong, right? And she'll get, like, you know, when she's also very tricky, because when I come around, I'm basically like her stylist. She comes and she gets me. She gets my finger and she wants me to maneuver her tablet for her. She's like, my grandma's here. I'm going to go ahead and get her. She's going to be my stylist for the day. And I'm going to, you know, she can be bossy boots. She's bossy boots like her grandma. So I'm going to clean up my edges here, right? Because I want to create like the cover of my book, right? So let's just do this here. Right? She is bossy boots, y'all. Her name is Jillian, but we call her Jilly Bean. Jillian, aka Jilly Bean. Okay. Thank you, amiga. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, my friends. So I'm going to be up really early in the morning because I definitely want to talk to my daughter as they're headed to the hospital. And I want to pray for my baby and make sure everything goes good for my little darling little baby girl. Okay, so we're going to, you know, this is going to be our cover to our book, right? And of course, there's so many different ways that you can make these books, right? But we're just going to do this today. We're going to do ours like this today. And y'all are not going to believe what I did. Okay? Because I'm talking and whatnot. Guys, my leaves. It's okay. We're going to fix it. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Don't start having your fit. Don't start having your fit. I put my page things to the inside. It's okay. It's okay. And you wonder why your grandchildren throw fits, because y'all saw I was going to throw a fit, right? I was about to throw a fit, but y'all are watching me, and I can't throw a fit in front of y'all. Hey, Heidi. Hey, everyone, because y'all are watching me, guys, and I can't throw a fit. But I was about to. Instead of just leaving this alone, I was going to yank it up, and I was going to mess it up. Okay, so now that we have there, right, have that there, and we know we turned our leaves to the back side, right? Our page leaves to the back side. We're now going to have to go ahead and make some more because the others are faced in. But that's okay. This is clay. Calm down. Calm down. You don't need to get all crazy. Which I was about to do. Okay. Easy breezy. Fixed it. It's a little there. But maybe I'll put her legs hanging off there or something. I don't know which way I'm going to put her. But anyway, it did come out pretty cute. The book is pretty cute. Okay. going to be covered with leaves and flowers and things. And that's the reason why I wanted to make the cover really light, because I'm going to put leaves and flowers all over it, and the leaves are going to be a little darker. So I wanted to make sure to make the book at least a little lighter. What did I use for the book base? I used this, Debbie. Let me see. Where are we at? It was actually just a piece of foam, right? It was a piece of foam, and this is actually a piece that I cut off of it that was left over. I just cut the piece of foam, and then I covered it in white, and then I just, you know, laid out the clay and then just covered it. It's an easy way to make a quick book, my friends. So you guys wanted to make books, you want to make anything like for Halloween or different things like that, like a little spell book or all different kinds of things, or fairy tale books, or like a cute little book stack. It's an easy way when you have little pieces of foam like this, just kind of just cover it and then do that thing I did with the clay. It's a quick little easy way to make a book. Okay. And then just create your like little pages with your cutter there. Okay. Okay, so now let's get started with the cutie, because we're 32 minutes in and we have no cutie. But I'm glad I got to talk with y'all about my granddaughter and share that with that. You know, we're gonna be going through that tomorrow. So yeah, that's just something that's gonna be happening tomorrow. We're gonna be using the cream. I'm gonna be using the little pieces like I did last night, and it's basically gonna be like a cutie like I did last night, but we're gonna attempt to make a ladybug. So let's go ahead and get that started. I'm putting my measuring cups all in the wrong place. I think I'm going to go ahead and do 1/3. I think that's what I did last night. With the bees, we're going to do 1/3. Can we go over there, please? Hank. Guys, they have so many toys and they're fighting for one little, it's a little stuffy cookie. It's a stuffed cookie toy. And it's this little, and it's so, it looks pretty rough. And they are just back and forth with that little cookie. Like, what is the matter with you all over this one little cookie toy? I'm telling you, I've spent money on things, and they're playing with this one little cookie. Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate it. Thank you, friends. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Carol. Okay, so let's go ahead and just table condition this, and then we're going to go ahead and start our cutie here. The little face is going to, I kind of wanted to have round, big eyes, and I don't think I'm going to use my little beads. I'm going to make them. So let's go ahead and just do that, right? Luckily, this part is fast. And you guys can see I'm just covering that up. The good thing about this Dollar Tree foam, guys, it's porous. So when you have porous clay, porous styrofoam, the clay tends to stick to that foam a lot nicer. Hey, Dory girl, how are you, friend? Hey, Erin. Thank you for praying for my granddaughter, guys. I definitely do appreciate that so very much, because guys, I just get so, you know, I know I have to give it to God, but it's just, he knows my heart, and he knows my fears. It's just that because I love them, you know, we know they're just my angel babies. And I know she's going to be fine, and I know she's going to be amazing, and she needs this surgery because, she had failed her hearing test, but every time she has her little tablet or her little device, she's been, you know, she has it, right? And then she'll put it like this to her ear because she can't hear, you know, and everything I'm sure is muffled and she can't barely hear. And of course that also affects, you know, with speaking. So if she were to ever try to speak, it would be harder for her because she can't hear. But sign language is next for us, my friends. We're going to all as a family start learning sign language. So it's going to be amazing. Actually, Macy is surprising me so much. She is actually learning sign language on her own, y'all. Like, she's doing so great. She just really, really, really is really like getting ahead of it. I need to get ahead of it, and I need to start learning some sign language. You guys can see, right? I'm just using my table here, and I'm just taking my finger and I'm kind of pressing down, kind of like giving it that little slope, right? Just like that, almost looking like a helmet. Thank you, my friends. I appreciate it. They're playing. They are playing. They're happy right now. They're happy. Like I said, we're going to be, well, we're trying to be good. Okay, so we have our little head that we're pressing down like that. Right now, we're going to do is I'm going to make her a little smile. Let me grab my tools. But I kind of have everything here from yesterday. So I wonder if I kind of like, I'm going to kind of try to, I'm going to make two like little dimples, right? And then I'm going to grab my little tool here, my little cutter, and then just kind of like, kind of gives it the cutest smile, guys, when you do it like that. Oh, Lord. Amazon's at the door. Somebody's at the door. It's probably Amazon. It's usually Amazon. Okay. You guys can see, right? That kind of makes like the cutest little smile. Okay. So now I'm going to make two eyes and just put them here. Kind of a little separated, right? So I need a little bit of white. Let's get some white. Hey, Linda. Thank you, Linda. How are you? Hey, Robin. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, friend. I really appreciate that. From the bottom of my heart, my friends. You all just don't know how much I appreciate that. So we're going to start with half a teaspoon, right, of the white. And then I do want the eyes to be brown with blacks in the middle. So we're going to go ahead and get another half teaspoon of the coffee brown here. Guys, also, I haven't told you all, but I don't know how long it's going to last, but I'm praying it does last. I went ahead and took myself off the HRT, y'all. I think yesterday was my first full official day off of HRT. It's just not working out for me, guys. I just feel like I don't want to be taking all those. I just don't. It was good while I thought it was good, and it's just not for me, guys. I got off of it. I just don't like taking all that stuff. I don't like having to remember to put the patch on, take the progesterone at night. And then if you, like, my dosages were not good. Guys, I'm of age. I am 56 years old, my friends, and I had a menstrual cycle. And that was not good. I was in agony. Guys, I was flipping out. I flipped out on my husband, y'all. I was like, it was weird, y'all. Okay, I'm going to make a little eyes. So we're going to go ahead and start with, I'm going to split this in half, right? And I think I could split this in half because our character is kind of small. Well, I went out to the ranch, right? And this was during the freeze. Okay, this is when it happened. You took yourself off in late 2023. I was on it. I guess I've been on it for about 6 months because I was on my third refill. And I have boxes and bottles of it for my new refill. And I just said, you know what? I'm quitting. So it was during the freeze when I had to go out and prepare the ranch. Which it's like, I always have to prepare the ranch and do things like that, right? Hi, Liana. How are you? Beautiful. Okay, so I'm just going to press down on my little white here, right? I think this is a pretty good size that I want for my eye, right? Because it is a smaller face, so we need to make sure not to go crazy because y'all know I make these big old eyes. Let's get our little spatula. And I went out to the ranch, right? And the world was caving in on me. The world was caving in on me. And I was having back pain and I was having cramp up here, right? It might be in your box. Okay, it might be in my box. So I'll check my mailbox, dear, after I get out because I have a big giant mailbox. And I'm sure it's probably in there. So I'm having cramps and I'm just like an emotional wreck. Like I just felt like crying, right? And mind you, it'd been 6 years since I've had a menstrual cycle. Like 6 years. And so you guys can see, right? I just made a little brown and I made a little white. Okay. And I get to the ranch and I'm like hating life, everything. I'm like so emotional. The hay was low. So I call my husband and I'm like, the hay is low. And mind you, I'm doing all the things and I just flip out on my husband. Like, I just went crazy on him, y'all. And I just told him off over hay. Okay, here's another little piece. Over hay. Like, I just was, and I was crying, right? I was crying and I just told him off and he was quiet, right? Like, he probably wanted to cuss me out, but my husband won't cuss me out. But he was probably thinking about some cuss words. And I was like crying and just like, and I hung up on him and he calls me back. And then I hung up on him again and it was like over hay, y'all. Hey. Okay, so now I'm going to put my little black in my eye, right? We're friends here, right? We're friends. I can talk to y'all about all this stuff. And I'm flipping out over, I hadn't talked about it yet with you guys since I've been on. I just said, you know what? I got to heal from it. I got to sort it out and I'm good now. And I've made a decision in my life and I just said, you know what? No HRT for me. So now I can talk about it. So I'm flipping out on him, whatever. And I just hang up and I start doing everything that I need to do. And I leave there and I drive home. And as soon as I get here, my cycle comes down. How gross is that? I call my daughter and I said, how about your old A mom is having her period? How disgusting is that? I said, how about your old A mom is having her period? How disgusting is that? She's cracking up laughing and she's like, what, Mom? No way. I said, yes. Like full blown. And I'm like, that's why I went crazy on my husband. I'm like, that's why I went like cuckoo bananas. Okay, so you can see that I did white, brown, black, right? It's like, and the feeling was familiar. I'm like, I recognized it, right? And I'm like, no, I felt it. I'm like, this felt like when I used to have my cycle, right? It felt very familiar. But me not knowing, like, okay, that could happen to me, right? Okay. Never thinking. And then that happens to me. And then I'm messed up for a whole week because this is happening to me. And it's like these artificial hormones are doing this to me. You know, so, I mean, I'm wearing an estrogen patch and I'm taking a progesterone at night. Yes, I was getting good sleep, but also it's just not healthy for me. And then also, if you forget to take it, it could cause your muscles to spaz out. And it happened to me, guys. One side of my back was so spazzed out one day because I had skipped my progesterone for 2 days because I got so busy. Things were happening, and I just completely forgot. And lo and behold, so I just said, no, that just is not going to work for me. So I went ahead and came to the decision that we're not going to do that, right? So I said, if you fought it for almost 6 years without this stuff, we're going to have to go ahead and I'm probably going to be that 10-year mama that has menopause for 10 years. It's just the way it's going to have to be. It's just the way it's going to have to be. So we're going to take our white marker here and we're going to go ahead. And I don't even know if I'm going to finish, guys, because I just went off on all kinds of conversations here today. But y'all already know. If you know, you know. I'm going to talk about everything under the sun here. But yeah. So I went ahead and made a decision to not do it. So for actually 2 weeks, I winged myself off of it. I had cut down. Your hysterectomy was when you were 48 and your HRT was for 10 years before you took it off the hormone roller coaster. Exactly. It is an absolute roller coaster. And I cut my patch down to half. And guys, I was acting like, I felt like I was being like a drug addict. I had a little plate in my room and I went and bought, I went and bought gummies, they were like Lifesaver gummies. I needed something to be able to put the progesterone on half so that I could fold it and then swallow it, right? Because in that capsule, it's liquid. It almost looks like milk. It's gross. So I put the progesterone on the halves of the little candy and I folded it and I would take that half of it, right? Because I was cutting it down. So I gradually had to wing myself because I couldn't just go cold turkey and get off of it. So now, as of yesterday, was my very first day. I'm off of it, and I'm feeling good. I did have a headache today, but we're going to be okay. We're going to survive. We're going to survive this. Okay, so we're going to use the red. We're going to keep going. We have a face here, and that's pretty much all we got. It's a face because I'm talking. Lord help me. But you guys, yes. So, you know, that's just my journey, y'all. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It was too much for me. It was too much for me. I just like, the whole menstrual cycle thing kind of sent me over the edge, y'all. I think I'm going to give it just a little bitty, chiquitito, tiny, little bitty, witty nose. I mean, something even, just a smidge of a nose. Hey, Anna Yeli, I am having a good day. We are cheap. That's right, friend. That's why I love coming on, my friends, because everybody's like my therapist here, right? Y'all are my support system. What would I do without y'all? Y'all are my support, my loving support system. Okay, this is just a little bitty, tiny smidge. And I'm going to go ahead and use it as a nose. But yeah, I'm like, no. I mean, my daughter was stunned. She was like, oh my God, Mom, really? And I said, yes. Your mama was having that happen to her. Okay, so we just got a little bitty, teeny weeny, itsy bitsy, whittle, teeny tiny nose. Your hysterectomy kept ovaries, hot flashes, or hobo. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And my daughter just had one of her ovaries removed. She had surgery, right? She had to have, she has endometriosis, so they had to go in. She actually had a 9mm cyst, and they had to go in there and remove that. And then they removed one of her ovaries, and it actually came back cancer-free, my friend. So we were, of course, thank you, God. She came back cancer-free, you know, after they did all of the biopsy and things like that. And, but it's kicked her off into perimenopause. You had a full hysterectomy and never went on hormone replacement. And that's about 5 years ago. I've been suffering menopause for 6 years, friends. 6 years. And I did it 5 cold turkey with supplements and things like that. But the anxiety, guys, the anxiety and the palpitations that I was having caused me to feel like I needed to go get on HRT. And I did. Right? I did. And it was working out really well, except for when y'all know what happened to me. So, no. Okay, my friends, I need to cover my baby's head here with a piece of red. So I need to cut out a circle, right? So I don't know. I think that'll be big enough. So we need to keep going. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. Rush crafting. Okay, we're going to rush craft now. I need to cut out a red piece here because I want to cover her head, right? Because my ladybug needs to have red on her. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut out a piece of red. Hopefully this is big enough. I might need to roll it out a little bit more. That's why I call this crafting therapy, my friends, because it is crafting therapy for me, for sure. Oh, I'm going to be fine, my friends. Your hormone blockers for breast cancer were like menopause times 10. Hi, Lisa. Oh, my goodness, Lisa. How's Kiwi girl, Lisa? I don't know how you did that, sister. But through the grace of God, right? That's how we do it. With the protection and grace of God, absolutely, is how we make it through these things. Tell you. Okay. So, I want to cover her, right? Okay, I want to cover her head. And I feel like it's not going to be big enough. But it's not. But I'm going to have to drag it. Right? I'm going to drag it. The good thing it's clay, right? It's almost like if we're putting on like a little hair. We're just going to drag it. This Firm Soft is like butter, my friends. And that is the amazing thing that, you know what? I didn't make it big enough. But because the clay is so forgiving and slides around like butter. like it's doing what I want it to do. Right, we can even bring a piece up here and attach. Smooth it out. I get sure, girl. She's beautiful. She's looking real pretty. I need a piece right there. And the clay is so fresh that it's just doing magical things. Because I needed it in little places, right, where I was covering. And I just kind of drug it, slid it over a little, right? And then it just, fixing it with my fingers here. And now we can, once I feel I have all the clay where I want it, I can go ahead and just start smoothing. You guys can kind of see like that, right? Oh, for sure. For sure, girl. Okay. When we get to heaven, we can all have a girl to girl talk with Eve. What's up? What's up, sister? What you been doing? Because of you and that freaking apple. Look what you did. Look what you did. Look what you did. I'm going to have a big talk with you, girl. Because you over here just doing what you did. So there's our cutie patootie, right? Oh, kashula. Kashula. Okay, so we need to get a body because it's 53 minutes, guys, and we don't have a bod. Oh, and I wanted to make my body blue. Blue. Okay, we have a light blue here. It's not really the blue that I was wanting. I wanted kind of a darker, but we have this one here, and we're going to go ahead and use this one here because I got to cover this baby up. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go 1/4 because I went 1/3 with the 1/3 cut for the head. I want the body to be a little smaller, right? Because I still have to put like ladybug wings. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Tammy, for sprinkling. I appreciate it. Hey, Vet. Who am I doing today? I am doing, well, it's going to be a ladybug. And on the book, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the book, the Ladybug in the Enchanted Forest. So it's kind of what I wanted to do. My granddaughter, Macy, loved that book. And I actually purchased that book for her. She got it from the book fair one year. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do that one today. Because the theme for today is Enchanted Fairy Tales. So let's do this. The clay is from my shop, Miss Tammy, at Debbie's Bright Ideas at Etsy.com. This is my brand of clay. I do have all sorts of products in my shop. I have clay. I have 500-gram bags. I have 100-gram bags, rhinestones, glitter, cabochons, t-shirts, headbands, you name it, my friend. You go in there and check her out. There's all kinds of stuff in there. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and cover this little form here and keep going. And that's this little technique here, guys, is quick and fast, right? You don't have to add tacky glue or anything. You just kind of just cover it and go quick and fast. But like I'm telling you, these little styrofoams, guys, they're porous. And you can see how they even chip off a little. But it's because it's got the pores, and the clay just tends to stick to it really nicely without so much tacky glue. Okay. We don't have spots. We don't have antennas. We don't have anything. Kind of took on a big challenge today. Okay, maybe we can try to get little wings. I was gonna use one of my cutters and just kind of cheat, but we don't have it here anywhere. Oh look, it's right here. Hello. We'll use this to make some wings. I'm going to go ahead and do 2 tablespoons, roll that out, and then cut 2 wings. I don't even know if you guys are learning anything today or inspired today because I'm rush crafting. Thank you for sprinkling, friends. I appreciate y'all. Guys, it's like, how can you put these videos on YouTube? Because you're talking about HRT, menstrual cycles. You're talking about movies. It's like, oh my God, I forget. I forget. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Right? I can make video tutorials now, guys. So I figured that out. So it's like, okay, I'm going to start doing more of that. And those are the videos that I'm going to send to YouTube because, yeah, these here are just for us, for our crafting therapy fun. Okay, so we have our little cutter here. We're going to go ahead and add a little bit of oil because it's been sitting here a little while. Right? Let's get this. Got my kitty boy. What you doing, puppy? Daisy still can't get along with kitty boy, with baby. She can't. She just, this morning, they kind of got into like a little squabble. I'm like, oh no, sister, you better not be fighting with your brother. You better not be fighting with your brother. They got into a little squabble this morning. Because he likes to rub all over them and just show them love. And she just can't get her life together with him. Okay. Okay, at least let me attach, right? Let me attach my little head. We're going to add a toothpick there. We'll add a little bit of tack glue for security. Oh, guys, I forgot to add my little arms underneath my little wing. Okay, hold on. We're going to use a little bit of black. We'll go ahead and use half a teaspoon. Right. Small little, I just need like 4 little, little arms and legs. And I think this will be enough. I could split this in 4 pieces. Hey, Denise, girl, how are you doing, beautiful? Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate that, friend. And I'm just rolling out little logs like this in my hand, right? And I got the half teaspoon of black clay, and I split that in 4 pieces, right? Just 4 little pieces. Just easy breezy. We're just going to make 4 little arms. Well, 2 little arms and 2 little legs, or whatever they, ladybugs have, right? Just like that. Get it under that little wing there. Okay. Okay. Okay, and then I did add tacky glue there, so we can go ahead and attach. You kind of want to go quick and fast, right? Because then you'll mess up the shape of your guy, your little cutie. There's our cutie so far, right? We don't have antennas and we don't have spots. Little black ladybug spots. You're alive. You got through another day. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Yes, my sister. You got through another day. Thank you. Thank you. That's the alarm for the next creator. I have alarms for all of the creators that are in the groups, guys, because, I get busy at work and things like that, and I always have to set my alarm to remind me, like, hey, be sure to share the ladies out to the group. But I am banned from group sharing, guys. FB has banned me from group sharing because I did not realize, but we found out today, if you overshare into groups, you get put in FB jail. So I am in FB jail and I cannot share. So thank goodness today is Wednesday. Hopefully I'm out of FB jail by next week, and so that I can share, because I got punished, guys, for oversharing. They want me to do the work, right? They want me to do the work, but I'm caught on to them, because if you share, they're probably going to kick me out. But real quick, this is what they do, and I'm wise to them. So if you try to grow your page on your own, okay, and you know how you do that? You share yourself to groups, right? Because those groups are going all over the place, because some people have thousands of people in their groups and they see your post. Okay, as long as you follow the rules of all those groups, right? You don't share links, you don't share $signs, you don't do things like that, right? So if you do it yourself, you're spreading yourself out there. But what they want you to pay. They want you to pay. So so that's why they punish you. Because I'm like, you know what? I started noticing I was spreading myself out there by sharing myself into groups, right? And I said, aha. But then, aha, no, you're not. You're going to get punished and they're going to put you in Facebook jail for oversharing. So don't do it. I thought I was slick and I thought I found a way to maneuver through. No, you still have to, they want you to pay. No, and that was just my insight of what I learned today. Okay? They want you to pay. So I think I'm going to go ahead and sit my, we're going to go watch Miss Shay. She is closing the day today. Miss Shay. I think I'm going to go ahead and put my little bug here at the corner of the book here, right? Because I don't know, guys, real quick, should I do it with pages out or should I do it with the spine of the book? Because I think, what do y'all think? Pages out or the spine of the book? To get around, you have to copy the URL and do the post instead of using the share option. Debbie, thank you. Should I use the spine or the pages? Okay, we're going to let the pages. Okay, pages out. Okay, thank you, Nancy. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put the toothpick here. We're going to go ahead and put our little baby here, right? And that is where she's going to sit. Okay, so we're going to sit our little ladybug right there. And then I'm going to go ahead and put like a bunch of cute leaves and flowers and all different things around here. And then on the spine of the book, maybe I'll kind of write in the ladybug in the enchanted forest, my friends. There we have it. No, how sad is that? She doesn't even have antennas. She don't even have antennas. But my friends, let's go watch Miss Shay from Shay's Creation. She is going to close up our evening tonight. I'm going to put some little antennas and finish up my cutie here. But I love you all, my friends. Thank you all for being here for me all the time. Thank you for your love, admiration, and prayers, my friends. I definitely do need them. Thank you for praying for my baby Jilly Bean. Her name is Jillian. Please, I know everything's going to be okay. She's going to be covered in the protection of our Lord and Savior. He is going to be there with her and from start to the end, and he's going to bring her out with an amazing outcome. He is going to give the doctors and the nurses all the skills that they were, born with, that they have studied for, and everything is going to be absolutely amazing. In his name we pray. Thank you, my friends. I love you all, and I will see you all really, really soon. Bye. Let me see. Let me show y'all one more time. Hey, y'all. I'm a ladybug with no antennas. But hey. Bye.